All right, guys, so I want to go over with you what you're going to be needing for this week, okay? And first, yes, I would like to point out I did polish my nails. I did a botched job, but it's okay. I started doing it, and then I looked back to see the test of the audio for the video, and I thought, oh no, we got to do something about this. So, all right, so I'm going to show you the supplies that you're going to need for this week, okay? We're going over lash extensions. I don't have the task card in front of me. I did change some things up, but it is in your Schoology. Okay, so we had Monday, Tuesday, we had no school. Okay, so those days, just go ahead and sign on your task card. We have Thursday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Thursday, we're going to cover the theory of lash extensions, covering what are lash extensions, how much time does it take to do the application, and refills and such, and then what the cost is. Okay. Then we're also going to go over the growth cycle of the hair, which is important to know for the rest of the week. Okay. On Thursday, we're then going to cover service prep. Everything you need to know to prep for the service. Consultation and customizing for your client for the service. The eye shapes, which you've already seen a video on this last week, but we're going to go over that. The length of the individual lashes, the kind of curl, the thickness, the color, and the types of fibers there are, which we've touched base on that, but we're going to touch base on it again. And then the looks, or the lash looks or styles, so the different shapes that you can create with the individual lashes on a client to, of course, match and enhance the look of their eye, or complement their look of their eye, or change the look of their eye according to what kind of shaping when you're doing your mapping, okay, when you're laying down your fibers. So that's what we're going to be covering on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to be doing going over the tools that you're going to be needing, your mapping, kind of like how to lay down what length goes where on what part of the lash line. We're going to go over your prep with your taping, how to prep your client, how to prep your station, things of the sort, and then your application. We're also going to go over the care and the refill of how to, have your client take care of their lashes at home, and then how it's performed when the client comes back in a few weeks. Okay, so that's what we're going to go over. That's in detail, but in your task card, it just says Wednesday lash extension, Thursday service prep, and Friday lash extension application. Okay, all right, so supplies that you'll need. So you'll definitely need this little cup container, which I have all my lashes saved in there that I've used. This is double-sided sticky tape, okay? So it sticks, and it's the strip of individual lashes, okay? So you'll need that. You will need a lash strip of any kind. So this is the lash that I'm going to be adding the lash extensions to. This I like to use. It is very spaced out, very perfect for a beginner. There's not a lot of lash fibers on here already. So when I'm coming in, it doesn't get frustrating for a beginner. So I like to use some that are very sparse, okay? My lash glue. I'm gonna do the lash glue sticker, okay? And then you can also have your lash ring. You need the tape. You need your mapping diagram sticker. You need the eye patch. Just one is fine. You need the mascara wand or the spoolie, and then the little pink Q-tip. That. You need your tattoo skin. You need the cardboard. Okay. Now I'm gonna work on the tattoo skin, but if the tape doesn't stick for you or it's not working, then you can use this, and I'll show you how, if you don't have this at home, how you can just use a cardboard. Okay. I have two because I'm going to demo how to stick it on the cardboard with one, but you just need a tray. Okay, so this is if you don't have the mannequin to work with, you can use and practice on the tray. Okay. So I have two of those, but you just need one. Of course, your scissors. Mine are dull. like you've seen in the videos past. So I have my other scissors here around the corner, but you need your scissors and then you need tweezers. We'll talk about tweezers in a minute, but you'll need two. Okay, two tweezers would be best. So those are supplies that are in your kit and that you're going to need. Here are optional supplies. Supplies that you bought were the mannequin head. Okay, this is the best thing to practice on. One, because it's an actual head, and two, because it's got the perfect shape, the eye. Okay, yes, you can practice on this, absolutely, but it's a lot better to practice on this. Okay, it's more real. But I'm going to show you how to tape the lash onto the mannequin head using double-sided stick tape. This is mounting tape. Okay, I'm almost out, but this is mounting tape. You can buy it at the, well, I buy mine at the dollar store because it's like $1, and then anywhere else is at least $3. So I just buy it at the dollar store. So this is mounting tape. Okay, so if you have this, great. If not, you know, it's okay. No worries. It is a foam tape. Okay, it's foam and it's double-sided, sticky on both sides. Okay, so, these they also sell in sheets and in bigger, wider, kind of, I guess you can say in patches. So they can they come in various sizes, but you just need like a 3D tape. Okay. So if you have that, great. If not, no big deal, but it's the best to use. Then this is a little, I'm going to show you how to use it, but you stick the lash on here. The lashes on here is for your glue, and then you're working off of here. Your lashes go, your lash band goes here. This one goes here. Okay, of your different lengths, your glue goes here instead of having, you know, two different things going. It's all here, and you're working from your hand here. Take the lash off, dip the glue, apply. Lash off, dip glue, apply. Okay, so this is essentially this right here, but in a ring form. You don't have this in your kit. Okay, we have these at school that you can borrow when we're doing this, you know, when I'm there and we're doing this together. But since we're not doing that right now, this is just if you're doing a client, we have these available. Okay, so that's that, and you can get them on Amazon or beauty supply stores. A little fan. This is a little, we have these as a class set. We can take this out and wash it as necessary. So you just squeeze. It has a hole on the end. You just squeeze and the air comes out. Okay, so this is to help dry your lash glue, or you have a little fan that you can turn on and off. Okay, it's foam, so in case you get too close to the client as you're drying the eye, that if you hit them accidentally, you don't cut them. It's foam. Okay, but this I always keep in my kit. A headband to pull the hair out of the way should it be necessary, and then also to show you something with putting this over the forehead. So sometimes we sweat on our hands, and as we're working on the mannequin or the client, sorry, we put our hands here kind of just to, you know, anchor our hands and have a, you know, put your pinky down, have a steady instead of shaky because you're away. You put your pinky down, you have more of a steady hand. Well, our hands sweat, and then we have our hands over the client, and then we can actually, you know, have them, we can make them break out. So, and it's hot and you're sweating on them essentially because your hands sweat and you're sweating onto your client. So with the headband, if it's not to keep the hair out of the way, I put the headband over, of course, fasten it, or you don't have to. And then I just, you know, it protects the client's skin, because I've gotten my lashes done and then I break out or I feel them sweating, and it's like, it's gross. It's disgusting. So that's what I use this for. And if you don't have a headband, you can just use a towel and just, you know, pull the towel out, put it over like so, and then you're good to go. Okay. All right, let me talk about your tweezers really quick. So these are just these are the cheaper tweezers that you could that come in all the kinds of different basic kits. They're flat. When you squeeze them together, they squeeze sometimes not that great. They're not very even, and it's a very thick tip on both sides, so it doesn't give you a really nice, you know, scissor-like closure. So these are not the best to use for lash extensions. But if it's all you got, that's great. If it's all you got is 2 of these, that's fine. You can see that it has a little bit of a slant. They're both thick. These are slightly a little bit thicker and more rounded at the tips. But if this is all you have, that's fine. We'll work with it. But usually, and then you just get to, learn and try out different lash extension tools, and then you just get, pick what works for you. So there you can see the different lengths. Okay, this is really short, but it's a needle nose, so it has really, really thin tips. Okay, really, really thin. These are great for separating, kind of like 2 fingers that you're going into lash and you're separating. Okay, this is the same, very long needle nose, very, very pointy, and ouch if you hurt someone. This is longer for a bigger hand. This is great for someone who has little hands. This is good for someone who has big hands. But this is also good for separating. You go in between the lash hairs and then you open and separate the hair. Okay, this is the same, but it's curved. It has a good curvature to it. So, and then the very tip touches, but then you really got to push to have it all touch together. So those there, and then these are similar to these 2, but they're slanted and they're very thin, and these are good quality tweezers here. Tweezers, tools are expensive, so you want to take care of them. So these come with like a little rubber band per se, and so these help keep the tweezers together, so that way they don't spread out, and if they bump on something, they don't bend. It just better protects it. Same for these. For the tip, you want to keep this little plastic on it, so that way it keeps your tools preserved as far as the sharpness and the curvature or straightness of your tweezer. Okay, so typically we work with the long ones. Again, whatever 2 tweezers you have is fine. If you just have one, we'll figure it out, but you really need 2 tweezers for this, okay? And don't go out and spend all the money to get some fancy tweezers. Over time, these are just a few that I had, but over time you'll just collect them, and you'll find your favorite ones that you like to use. But you definitely want to invest in a good set if you're going to be doing this professionally. Okay, as a service to your clients. But you for sure need 2 tweezers. Okay, so those are supplies that you'll be needing for this week, and that's what we'll be doing, and I hope you enjoy the week.